Well boys, I did it again, but this time instead of grinding for 24 hours, we did 12 hours. And also, well obviously, we were using the frozen Scythe. Now actually mid-challenge they did nerf it. So at the beginning of the challenge we have it as OP as possible. And yeah, well the results turned out pretty amazing. And if you guys are new to the channel, it would mean a lot to me if you guys do subscribe with the notifications on, because I'm going to be uploading a lot of HYPIXEL SKYBLOCK videos. And also if you could take a moment and hit that like button, turn it into a blue like button, because who likes it gray? Am I right? But anyways, without further ado, let's just jump right into it. And here we go. Now before the challenge begins, let's take a quick look at our current status. We're right now at level 24 combat with about 613,000 XP in progress, meaning there is only about 85,000 XP to go till the next level up. And moving on to our collection, we have a little over 184,000 ender pearls, which makes us top 0.3%. As usual, with our 24-hour challenge videos, we like to prepare potions, but this time I took a different approach and attended God Splashes instead. Now if you guys are wondering how the heck do I find God Splashes, just join Mega Hubs and then just wait and chat until somebody advertises a God Splash. And I would highly recommend, before actually paying for the God Splash, asking how many players till the next splash, because sometimes they're extremely slow, so watch out for that. And then on average you should be spending about 95,000 up to 110,000 per splash. I also want to talk about the setup that I'm going to be using for the next 12 hours. First off, I'm going to be using the full Wise Crystal set, which oftentimes gives me about 1,700 mana. And I will show the perfect locations in a minute, as you do need to be in a light area for it to give max mana. In addition, I did consider using the Wise Dragon set, as it gives me about 1,167 mana and I could run around without losing the mana. In the end, I did end up using the Wise Crystal set alongside switching to Young Dragon set, which brings us to the next point. I did not actually end up using the Frozen Scythe as my main weapon due to laggy and crowded lobbies. It was nearly impossible to kill Zealots, as the lag made the ice bolts extremely slow. Also, main part of this video was recorded during the weekend, which may have caused the end lobbies to be more crowded than usual. Not only they were crowded, but often you had about 4 to 5 people in Young Dragon sets going at full speed. That is one of the biggest downsides of the Frozen Scythe, as you really do rely on the performance of the server alongside sweaty competition. Next up, I do want to talk about the dragons, and wow, was there a lot of dragons during the 12 hours. And I would say if I were to calculate an average, there was at least one dragon per hour, and oftentimes it was even two. Now initially I thought that I should actually take my time and kill the dragons, but then I realized, wait a minute, I could literally continue the Zealot grind while everyone is focused on the dragon, and that was the perfect way to go. So the first half of the challenge, I would say I was still killing the dragons. At the second half I just shot one time at the dragon so I would have the damage done. That would mean that I would be secured with at least 3 fragments, and I would just continue the Zealot grind. And oftentimes I did actually get summoning eyes while the dragon was in the air, because you can just kill so many Zealots in a very short period of time during this time, because there's often like they're just stacking up and spawning there, which is perfect. And of course guys, I did try to use the Frozen Scythe on the dragon, and unfortunately both times when I did try that with the full Wise Crystal set so I could shoot like a lot of them, I did end up dying. So if you want to fight a boss with a crystal set, watch out, because the lightning can kill you. And yeah, but it was just for jokes. I thought that we could actually do insane damage, because I did try that on the golden boss. And take a guess if I actually managed to record this part. And well, of course I didn't, and this was before the nerf actually happened, so it was extremely unfortunate. But I did do almost 900,000 damage with just the Frozen Scythe. I did not swing my sword at all, just the Frozen Scythe. And it was freaking amazing, and I can't believe it, I did not actually record that. I did try that later on as well, after they were already starting the nerfings. And well, of course I didn't do as much damage, which was very unfortunate. but it was freaking crazy to do. 880,000 damage, and at that time I did manage to get to the top 3 location. And unfortunately, so far with the golem, I haven't gotten any good loot. So smash that like button right now if you guys want to start having good loot from the golem pit, because I have only gotten those enchanted roses, and that's about it. But overall, the frozen site did come in handy because we could kill the Zealots from further away, and we could kill the Zealots with the sword nearby, for instance. So we could focus on one area and kind of dominate it. But once again, a lot of the lobbies were very full and crowded. But anyways, I think now it's time for us to answer the most interesting question. How many summoning eyes did we manage to get during the 12 hours? And honestly, I would say we did pretty decent, because in total we managed to get ourselves 16 summoning eyes. And well, right behind me I have all the loot that we did manage to get. So first of all, these summoning eyes, which are right in here alongside the dragon fragments that we managed to get. So we might actually make a pretty decent in-game money off these. And also we did have a superior dragon which did spawn in, which was kind of cool. But anyways, the rest of the loot is right in here, and as you guys can see, we do have a ton of enchanted ender pearls, which is all thanks to the itchy person compactor. And honestly, it is a lifesaver and a must have, because I think we could actually make pretty decent in-game money off this. Now, if I did have upgraded version of it, we wouldn't have just normal obsidian, we would have enchanted obsidian, but this we can later turn into enchanted obsidian by ourselves when it does come time for us to sell. But yeah, this is the loot, so in a second we're gonna go ahead and start selling it. Also, I do want to give you guys a quick tip of how to actually turn items really quick into enchanted, is by using this right here. So you just put the whatever item you want to be enchanted, and then you just start grabbing through the chest, and it works so freaking well and it goes super fast. So this is a quick tip for you guys. But anyways, we're ready to start selling in a minute here. Alrighty, so here we are at the bazaar, ready to sell. And first of all, summoning eyes is gonna make us obviously the most in-game money. But we do have a ton of enchanted ender pearls, which I hope is gonna sell for a pretty decent amount. Then we do have 2 stacks of enchanted obsidian and even 22 crystal fragments, which is actually pretty good amount. I did not expect to get this many crystal fragments in such a short period of time. But anyways, let's begin selling. And well, let's put the summoning eyes up in here. And wow, okay, so we're gonna be making 9.7 million right here from just selling the summoning eyes, and 16 in total. Next up, we do have our dragon fragments, which I think we're gonna be making pretty decent in-game money with as well. So let's quickly list all of them, and then we're gonna be seeing how much in-game money we are gonna be making in total. And yo, superior fragments are 260,000 per. That is freaking amazing. What? We're making 1 million from just 4 fragments? Keep in mind, all of these dragons, I was pretty much leeching off. And I would just usually do just 1 hit on them. And well, it really did increase our income here, which is amazing. So anyways, let's drop the rest up in here as well. So here we go. And just like that, we have listed everything, and we already have 800,000 to claim. But yeah, as you guys can see, everything has been listed. And what's interesting is that enchanted ender pearls, the full inventory of them, goes for actually 107,000. So we're actually making pretty good money from that, which I'm really happy about. Now, another thing that I'm not sure if I mentioned in this video yet, but I did use Spicy Raider Axe obviously as one of the main weapons, and from this we made about 100,000 per hour, which was pretty much paying for my god splashes. But if we were to calculate that in as well, that would have made us 1.2 million in total, which is very good obviously. But anyways, I'm gonna quickly add up everything and see how much is this value right here, so we can actually calculate how much did we manage to make in total. Alrighty, the calculations have been done, and honestly the results are looking pretty freaking amazing. So in total we made 12.8 million coins. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, in 12 hours we made a little over 12 million, close to 13 million, which means per hour we were making about 1,070,000 in total. And honestly, I am extremely happy with this. I didn't expect that we're gonna be making this much money because once again the lobbies were extremely full and pretty laggy. For instance, dragon fights, they were just horrible, and overall, like shooting the ice bolts, it would just literally be stuck in air and it would just go very, very slowly. But the Frozen Scythe did come in handy because we were able to steal quite a few kills and we were able to get the areas that, we wouldn't usually go to if we didn't have it. So anyways, I'm very happy with this, and honestly, the results turned out pretty freaking amazing. And well, obviously, we do need to wait a little bit for it to finish with all these orders, but yeah, a little over 12 million, I am extremely happy about. And another thing that I did add into the calculation was the crystal fragments, which I calculated that they're valued about 25,000 each. I remember they actually used to be valued at 50,000, but I think right now, when I was checking the auction house, they were about 25,000. And now moving on, we do need to talk about how much XP did we actually manage to get during this time. And let me know in the comments down below if you guys think it's decent, but we did manage to level up once and almost the second time. So that means in total we made about 754,000 XP during the 12 hours, meaning that every single hour we were getting a little over 60,000 XP. And I did use the wolf pet, which we managed to get to level 69. Anyways, also let's take a look at our collections, and as you guys can see, now our Enderpearl collection is at 219,000 and we are at 0.2%, which I guess is alright. But anyways, I think today's video is slowly coming to an end. Honestly, the results were pretty decent, but I do feel like with the Frozen Scythe, it's very, very important to find a very good lobby, because at the crowded lobbies, the thingy doesn't travel there fast enough to kill the Zealot, because, well, any type of lag makes it work extremely slow. Because as you guys can see, on my island, it works extremely fast. But let me go into this end lobby. Let's see if this one is, oh, yo, is there a new update coming? Boys, this is exciting. If there is, there's gonna be a lot of new videos. I think on this note, we're gonna end today's episode. Oh my god, I'm glitching out. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I will see you guys in the next one, and a peace out. Until